Hi everyone, it's Denise with Wondubar Crafts. I am back to try and finish up these June Tailor shopping totes. It's been a couple days since my last video, so I need to get these done so I can get them put together. Had a few other things I had to do in between, so it happens. But I already completed one. It's on the quilt rack. I went ahead and did an edge-to-edge digital design on it. It had a pocket, and I kind of wanted to practice being able to omit an area, so it sewed around it. But anyhow, if you can see this, I don't know, I have a piece of plexiglass here, and I taped the edge. It's a pre-cut piece. My uncle went and got it for me, had it cut for me, so that I can audition patterns when I want a freehand quilt, or even using it to try and figure out if I can't decide which pattern I want to use on an edge-to-edge digital. I can print it out and then draw over it and then put it on top of a quilt to see if that's what I want. So I kind of really, there's some areas I want to practice on. Some I do okay with, and others I really do need some practice. So because they're just shopper totes and they're not going as gifts to anyone, I'm keeping them. I don't care if they are a mess or not. And I really need to let go of this whole perfection thing, and just do it, right? So I auditioned some patterns I want to do. I'm going to do some circles in a circle, my elongated L's, some C's, curly C's. There's one I probably will struggle with because it's supposed to be like a crazy 8 or something, and I tend to want to sew it like I write my W's. So they're a little on the slant side. And then I'm just gonna do some wavy lines in between here to try and just get my practice some of my direction and where to stop, where to start, that kind of thing. So I have already done this. I'm just gonna pick it up and set it over here, and then I'm gonna take my shopper tote over to the quilting frame, move the camera over there, and we'll pick up from there. Okay, so since there's no up or down on this, I've already tacked down my batting. I just used some scrap batting, the big pieces that I still had left. As you can see, I finished this one. I went ahead and tacked it all the way across so that when I rolled this one up, it just rolled up with it and I wouldn't have to mess with it later. So what I'm gonna do is, since I've already got my tack down line set, I am gonna go grab my pins and try and find a spot I can set them at and not tip them all over. They're on a magnetic plate, but all right. So what I want to do is just put my edge up against that. It can be, you want to try and keep it as even as possible over that. And I'm just giving it like a couple pins on each side just to tack it down, pull them out as I go. And then we're just gonna tack it down. I am gonna do a tack down outside of my normal sew line on here, because I am gonna want to quilt off the edge a little bit, or off the actual pattern itself, or the design. Quilt it just barely outside. And I know with oops, see, it fell. Because this thing is heavy. It's like one of those Zerkers or whatever, Zirkel, and it's a magnetic plate, but when it's on my frame, because it's circular, it keeps wanting to go round and round, so I'm just gonna keep it over there. Okay, so what was I saying? Okay, so normally when you're doing freehand, you would come back around, but because I'm kind of doing some practice, I may stop at one end, tie off, come back to the other, just to kind of give me some practice with certain stuff. Because trying to draw a W backwards, haven't mastered that yet. So, go ahead. I've got everything already set up as far as bobbin. I put a new needle in with the other. So, tie off a little bit. I set this so my needle stays down. I'm not worried about it being perfectly even at the top because I'm not using it as a seam allowance for my batting or anything like that. I'm just tacking the stabilizer down to the batting and the backing. Down my seam all the way down to my sewing field here, which is about 16 inches. And I think this needs to be tightened up a little bit, but I'll do that here in a second. Alright, so make sure I got all my pins. Tack down this side. I think I have my fabric a little loose here. My backing. And I am going to change my cup, or change my foot from this cup. From my glide foot to an open toe foot. So I will show you how I do that. I changed my hook too because I kept swinging my scissors, and for some reason, it's never happened before, but all of a sudden apparently I was swinging them too hard or something, or getting too complacent with it, and it was too. One more click. Yeah. That's better. It was swinging over and it was cutting my thread, and I kept getting thread breaks. So, alright, so I do want to keep my needle down on this. Let me grab my other foot and my tool, and I'll turn on this camera so you guys can see how I change out the foot. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, so I'm just going to come in with my tool and loosen this screw. Now, Baby Lock improved these glide feet, because it used to just be the plastic piece here, and I can get it down. It would crack when you tighten down on the screw, so now they put a little band with it, which is kind of nice, so you can't crack the foot. Well, I suppose you could crack the foot if you came down too hard on it, but it's a much needed improvement. So I'm just going to screw this in a little bit. Alright, why are you not? don't want to break my needle. I may have to take my needle down. I don't know why it's not. Oh, there it goes. I think I just need to push up on it. There we go. Wasn't doing that before. There we go. There it is. Just wasn't pushing up hard enough on the arm that holds my foot. Okay, so this open-toed foot here allows me to see. I have a closed toe. I struggle with, my eyes want to deviate back to this area, and I have issues with it. So anyway, we are going to come down here. I'm gonna give myself a locking stitch. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I need to make sure that my gears are turned off. So I got some free motion here. All right, there we go. Alright, so not too bad. We got a little bit of some oblonging going on, but that's alright. Practice makes perfect. Alright. Now, normally you would take it back the other way, but because now I want to practice some looping, I'm going to bring it back over here. And I'm going to practice some of my L's down to my E's. And then from there, I may try to go backwards with my W's so that it goes down and then back. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to do C's. So I'm going to take it down, tie off. I'll do C's here and then bring it back again. All right, here we go. Let's give this a try. So I'm just making each one a little bit bigger. And sections of 3. So I'm going one small. Medium, one really tall, and then back in. Okay, take a look here. Looks alright, not too bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick over here. The only thing I don't like about these feet is these open-toed and the closed-toed one. Touch on the edge of your fabric. At all. Let's see if I can swing this back by and show you guys kind of slowly kind of what it looks like. It's just kind of an up and down, almost like a different size loop, and you could come back and fill it in upside down if you wanted. Alright, so now what I want to do is practice my C's. And these ones I want curly. So let's see. Alright, here we go. So now I want to take it back down and see if I can go backwards with it. I don't know. We'll see here. That's not going to be... Oh boy. Alright, let's see if I can do this. Not too bad. I always want to slant it because that's how I write my cursive. Little loops at the top. tensions. This is good to practice these shorter movements if you're looking to do like micro stitching. There's a lot of little in micro stitching, doing all those little tiny patterns. Open it up a little bit more since this will be the bottom of the bag and you won't really see it too much. Kind of like doing an S backwards, which is really awkward to do, but the only way you learn it is to practice. And get my groove back again. Oop, ran out of bobbin thread. So I'm going to come back over here, make sure that it's, yep, bobbin thread's gone. So this is what I'll do, so you'll get to see how that works. All right, let me go ahead and put the needle down over here. I'll grab my ripper, and because that's going to be really loose thread under there, the tension's not going to be that great for those stitches. I'm going to try and pull that up. Alright, snip that one. I'm going to take it up to here. Just going to pull those stitches out. I'm going to take it about 2 stitches away, and normally if this was a client's quilt I would pull those up and you can clip in hopes that it does bury. I don't like to do that. I like to tie them off and use a self-threading needle and bury them. That way I know they're attached and they're not going to come out in the wash. Alright, so let me scroll down here, down to where my bobbins are, and change out my bobbin real quick. Okay, so I changed out my bobbin real quick, gave it a little squirt of oil. Ooh, see? I'm so used to having my cup on there. I always got to make a conscious reminder to not do that. Alright, so pull up my bobbin thread. Now I'm doing some micro stitches there, and I can trim my thread from there because I have micro stitches, but pulling it back out, because those last few stitches you make at the end of a bobbin, the tension's not going to be the same. So you don't want to take a chance of it backing out. So I always back out my stitches a little bit, and then like I said, I would normally bury them. Here I'm not gonna, it's a shopper bag. So alright, so let's see. Doing it all. Alright, let me clip this thread because it's getting caught all up in her. Alright. I should have clipped that. I should have took a couple stitches and clipped and kind of screwed up that, but that's alright. Client's quilt, I would have been ripping again and starting all over. We're getting a little close together. They were a lot wider to begin with, so let's see if we can widen them a little bit. You know, if you're a quilter and you can always space them off. Take a little ruler and just mark some chalk areas where you want to make the loop so that your spacing is even. Alright, so now what I want to do, wow, there's a huge difference. It really, out here, it's so much closer than it was where I started. So definitely my W's need a lot of work. Some of my O's, I think I need to work on my, you know, how it comes around a little bit. My loops look pretty good, but these W's, boy. My C's, I think they look all right. My little waves, or whatever, curly C's, whatever you want to call them. Let's see. Yeah, so I think I can come down safe enough. But you know what? I think what I want to do is I want to roll this up. So I'm going to leave this down, my needle down, and I'm just going to take it up a couple notches so that I make sure that I clear in case this isn't on completely straight. There we go. Make sure I got enough of this to lose. Good. Yeah. And I can tack it down a little bit, but I'll wait until I get it rolled up one more time to do that. Sorry guys, I should have had the other camera on so you guys could see that. But anyway, so we're back over here. I think what I'm going to do is take it down here, and then what do I want to do? Yeah, I could start it here. We can figure it out. So let's go. That's all I'm doing. Some up and down loops. Alright, and then I'm going to bring it down here. Go the other direction. Which way do I want to go? Yeah, I want to keep going this. And I know this seems simple and easy, but it's working on a diagonal. And then I want it to go this way. This helps me think ahead, you know, practice thinking ahead of what I need to do. Okay, now, do I want to, trying to think here, if I want to change up the pattern and go this way up, which I think I want to do. So my upper pieces will be a different direction. That's okay. I'm going to just take it along, kind of along the seam here. And go in a different direction, see? And I get it to the end of this piece. I need to figure out what direction I want to go. can go this way. At any point, I can change my direction. All I'm doing is just kind of practicing going, trying to keep myself somewhat straight without too much slant, trying to go in different directions. It's getting shorter. Okay. Now, do I want to change directions again? Which I could do. Kind of make it look like road mapping, or I know it's probably pretty boring to watch, but I want to go start from the top on this one. Doesn't matter that it's not straight. Okay, I had to stop because I guess my other one got too hot. And then this one focus on this piece of fabric back here. Okay, so almost halfway there. Not bad. See, I don't want this video to get too long, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this row, and then I'll come back and show you. I think I need to check the battery on the other one, make sure that that's not the reason why it got too hot and it shut down on me. So let me get this finished, check on this one, and then we'll come back and take a look. Okay, so now I'm at the end of this. Let's see, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, probably not from that view. So let me switch cameras again. I just changed out the battery, so. Alright, I don't know if you guys can see, like I make long ones and then change direction on it. And then in these center blocks, oh my goodness. So I tried to do some circles and circles, and they are so wonky because the fabric goes a different direction. So I thought, what a great way to practice though. Oh boy, do I need to do some practice on the vertical on those. So no biggie though. All right, so let me go ahead and get this rolled up, and I will be right back. Okay, so I need to loosen my clamps over here. Loosen my clamps on this side. Unlock my backing roll bar and roll. Alright, I want to kind of make sure that I've got all of this into my quilting area. Oh yeah, I've got plenty of space here. Alright, so actually let me check the tension on it real quick. Oh yeah, I need to guess not. All right. Get this side clipped back up. And this side. We're almost finished with this one. Okay. Go ahead and tack this one down. And I'm gonna put my gears back on to do it. It makes it much easier too. Keep a straight line with the gears on it. I'm not pinning it down, I'm just going to run this across here. You see how you're not on that fabric, it can lift it, and if you push it too far, it'll tack it down. Now we're ready to do what we did on the other side, which, oh boy, that's gonna be fun. But hey, we gotta practice. That's how we learn, that's how we get better, right? All right, so I believe on this fabric on the other side, we did W's, and we're gonna do the C's. And then it was, oh, my L's, and then my O's again. So let me get this started here. Okay, so let's see if this is any better going this direction. And this is what's fun, is I get to take you guys along, you know, and you guys can see how this works, and you know. Oh, I'm doing yes, loops like that. Trying to keep it within this border piece, and I want them to be a little wider this time, a little more spacious. I don't like making a cursive W, really. Looks like a wishbone, you know. These are spaced out a lot better going from left to right, because I am using more of my right hand in that direction to control it. Head on it. But I won't get to the level of being able to freehand quilt if I don't practice. I'll just always have to depend on digital edge to edge, and there's nothing wrong with that. But one of the reasons why I did get this machine was so that I could do free motion. Because even though the digital is very precise and patterns are very even, sometimes it's when you're free motion quilting, you get that you know, that loving touch there that nobody else gets, because every pattern will never be the same. So all right, so I think on this one we're doing C's on this row. All right, so let's go C. I'm just doing a little side step as I go, which is nice and easy. Oh, we're out of bobbin thread again. Here we go. Alright. Why my alarm did not go off? I don't think it's set. Let's see. Oh, we were. But why didn't the alarm go off? Let me take a look here. Okay. Let's do... Alright, and this should have an alarm on it. Yep, okay. Alright, so let me just bring it down here so you guys can see. Take my brush while I'm down here. Pop out my bobbin. I oil every other bobbin, and the reason why I do that, they tell you every bobbin, but it seems like I get a lot of excess oil in there. And I did talk to my dealer, the technician, and he said as long as you do it about every other, you should be all right. And I do keep my machine very clean, because after every project I do take my top off, I oil everything, and just check to make sure that I'm not having any issue. So I check my bobbin tension, my bobbin at the Q for quilting. Bobbin opening up, your thread should automatically be right there where that little groove is. Just pull it up. Simple, easy peasy. That one's a little loose. Just gonna give it just a little nudge to tighten it. There we go. I like it between 186 and 196 for this thread, and I'm using an Omni, Superior Omni 5 thread. It's a variegated thread. I had some leftover bobbins I wanted to get used up, so pop it in there. Only takes a few seconds. I know a lot of quilters are like, oh, I don't oil, I just wait until, you know, I'm at an end of the row or whatever, or I don't do that. All right, so what I'm doing here, I'm just gonna back up some stitches. I don't know, maybe about 10 stitches. Pull up that bobbin thread. And because this is just my little quilt, I'm gonna snip them. Hope that they bury, but it's a shopper tote for me. So, and I'm gonna have to change out the battery, it looks like. So let me do that real quick on this one, and we'll pick up and I'll show you where I pick up and go from there. Okay, so hopefully that will work. All right, so I'm just gonna take it back a couple stitches from where I stitched before, pull up my bobbin thread. Now I should be able to pull that away. Close to dinner time, and she's getting obnoxious because she's got to let everybody know it's almost that time for dinner now. All right, Missy, that's good enough. Sorry. She's just gonna let everybody know it's almost that time, right? All right, so what do we got left here? L's and then O's. So let me get her piped down for a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're gonna try and get this done real quick before she starts hollering again. All right, L's. All right, so we're gonna start with a little one, medium, tall one. And another little, medium, taller, medium, and a small. I always want to do that second one really tall. I don't know why. I think I need to slow down a little bit because I'm rushing. Straight across. If I make the second one shorter, I am going to try and remember that as I'm coming out, I'm going to want to make that next one shorter. Try and even them out. Thread there. All right, so now, let's see. O's. Oh boy, O's. backwards is not as easy. Go in the other direction. Trying to make it my in-betweens a little more of a 45-degree angle, so that way when I go to do my circle, I've got room to come back around. So that's that one finished. Not bad. Let's take a swing over and see what we got to look at here. Alright. So here, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, are my W's. My C's are a little harder to probably see here because it kind of blends in. My L's and my O's. So we are finished with this second shopper tote, quilting it. So what I'm going to do is, since it's getting kind of late and it's almost dinner time, I am going to turn off for today, and then tomorrow we'll roll up and do that last one, that blue and white one. I haven't decided yet what I want to do on it. I think I want to practice some more on my swirling and my O's, and do something there. I don't know. We'll see. So until the next, well, actually until tomorrow, hopefully this one will attach to this one and it won't be that long. So, so we'll see you guys tomorrow.